Have you ever had a very long and eventful day and come to the end of it to find out, man, why is everyone bickering and fighting and arguing and complaining? My name is Mark Anthony DeBose Jr. and I was born July 4th of 1986. And there's something very interesting going on in the community that I'm a part of, working with dogs and dog training and doing what it is that I'm doing with them, that I feel like everybody has this idea of like, either you do it like this, or you do it like this, or you do it like that, or you do it like that. It's just a very interesting concept that I just feel like I understand with knowing what it is that I do on this planet. That why is it that we always want to try to force everyone to do what it is that we do? Why is it that we try to force and make everyone do what we do, thinking that what we do is the only thing that we do is the best and the greatest, and can't nobody else do anything different except for what it is that I do, because I'm the one. I know it all. I got it all figured out. It's a very interesting situation that I feel like we run into in this planet, and I know like. I'm done with saying feel like, because I know like what we do on this planet that leads us into absolute frustration, that leads us into chaos, that leads us into battling, that leads us into slandering, that leads us into bickering, that leads us into all this just negativity. Always trying to force someone to do something that you want to do, thinking that what it is that you do is the best of the best, and it can't no one else do anything different because your system, your way, your everything is just the way it should be. That's a very, very toxic way of living that I think a lot of us don't even realize that that's such a toxic way of being, and a toxic way of just pushing your values and your everything onto everyone else. That is what we call communist. That's what we call dictatorship. That's what we call just everything with that. That's what we call every single leader out there that decided because you are a certain color, a certain height, had a certain type of eyes, a certain type of hair, that we're going to kill all of y'all because you just look a certain way, and I don't appreciate that because you need to look like this instead. That's what all that is. It's just a very interesting thing that I feel like we keep doing this and keep going further and further and further into the ideas and the concepts that we all just have to keep doing the same stuff. I think that being in the United States of America is now starting to turn into something different. Because being in the United States of America used to be something where you would say, the land of the free, where you could do what you do, and you don't have to worry about what someone else does, and someone else could do something different, and it doesn't matter what they do. You want to be a Muslim, then be a Muslim. If you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. If you want to be a Lutheran, be a Lutheran. If you want to be an atheist, be an atheist. This is a very interesting thing that I think we come into, because now we're trying to put not only just the religion or anything like that, that we're trying to say every little thing that we do. Because I don't like coffee. I don't know why I thought of coffee. But everyone drinks coffee, so you understand what I'm saying with this. That I like my coffee with nothing in it. Just straight up, just no sugars, salts, lemons, whatever you put, milk, whatever you put in there. You just like it your way. And then it's for you to sit there and say to every single organization out there, to all the Starbucks and all the Dunkin' Donuts and all the places, to say you are no longer allowed to serve it with anything else, because I just like it like this, and I don't understand why the rest of the world doesn't like it like this. Like, we live in the most greatest of all country, and in reality, majority of countries on this planet are kind of super similar to what it is that we have here. That you don't have to all do the same stuff. You don't have to all drive the same car. You don't have to all have the same house. You don't have to all live in the same neighborhood. You have to have all the same apartment. You have to have all the same accessories. You have to have the same jacket, the same haircuts, the same shoes, the same everything. We have the most availability of uniqueness to us to keep doing what it is that we want to do. And it just kind of confuses me on how someone, and many people, and majority of people, are just on the concept of, this is what I do and everyone should do it this way. That's just 100% false, people. 100% false. Let them do what they do over there, and then y'all do what you do over there, and other people are going to do what they do back there. And there's an unlimited amount of people that do an unlimited amount of different things out there. That I don't understand why we run into the situation where we just feel like we gotta, like I said, I feel like I know like that we gotta just push what I do on everybody else. Let's just talk about dogs a second. I work dogs a specific way. I'm not nice to them. I'm not mean to them. I come what they need. In reality, if they're going to be mean to me, why am I going to be nice to them? If they're going to be nice to me, why would I be mean to them? So I have to make sure that I'm swinging and having a good understanding of knowing what the animal is doing to give what it is that I do. Should you do that? Probably not. Should the rest of the people out here do exactly what it is that I do? Probably not. And in reality, some of the techniques that I do and some of the stuff that I do with a lot of these dogs, if you were to do it, you would probably do it differently, to the point that now you're abusing the dog. Now it is turning into something where you are being ruthless to them. And or I take abuse on both sides of over-treating them, over-praising them. That's abuse. And also at the same time, I don't really hit the dogs or do any of that, but that's also abuse. That's just going, both of those are abuse. Being too nice and too sweet and giving too much and providing too much and just giving them too much treats, just fatten them up, getting them sick, getting them obese, messing their health up, that's neglect. Not only just neglect, but that's abuse. That is something that we shouldn't be doing. But yet, I do what I do. But if that's what you do, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, you're abusing your dog, even though that's what I think. And that's what goes on in my mind when I have an idea of what it is that I want to do. I think that that's abuse. If I see you doing it, I do not think that that's abuse, because what you do is what you do. And what you do is getting the success that you're looking for, that I just don't get that success doing that method, that way. So for me, it's me abusing the dog, doing what I'm doing. But just because I see you doing what I think is not right, doesn't mean that it's not right. And it just blows my mind how we as a people out here do what it is that we do. And we just constantly keep on living this life and living this world as if everyone has to just continue to keep doing and being the same stuff. Like, come on, people. This is a day and a time of just the most absolute unlimitedness of availability for us to do whatever we want to do, and not try to follow a crowd to do what they do, but actually just break out and do something different. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, the day and the second that you decide to break out from that crowd and start to do your own stuff, you're going to get a lot of hate at first. You sure are. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to have a lot of negative stuff to say, a lot of backlash, a lot of just drama is going to come to you in reality. You sure is going to happen because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. And then there is going to come time in the day when whatever it is that you're doing is going to be in absolute extreme high demand. That everyone's going to see what it is you're doing. They're going to start to see the success that's coming from it. And they're going to say, how do I get on board with starting to do that? I've known and been a part of and been even witnessed in my personal life growing up, and things that I've seen and people that I know, and I even got to interact with someone that was on that mission, that everybody hated what it is that he was doing. And then he got to a point that now he's in demand because the stuff that everyone was doing is damaging, is not headed to the right path, is not doing the right stuff. And hey, Shadow, all done. And it's something that I just feel like a lot of us really need to just continue to keep doing what it is that we do. And stop trying to focus so much on trying to make and force and dictate that everybody does what it is that you do. Everyone, for one, can't do what you do. You are so unique yourself already that you have what it is that you have, and it is what it is. You can't make and force anybody else to do it. A lot of what you do, you can't even teach someone else to do what you do, because you're in tune with how you're able to function, how you're able to do, such as playing the piano. You know how to play the piano based on a certain way that you've learned, that you have an understanding on. You may not even know how to read notes, but you can hear something and play it and replicate it and redo it, that you can't even teach that to someone else. So how is someone going to say that that's wrong? And how are you going to say that that's wrong because of the way that you do it? But yet you're able to perform it and get it done. In reality, that's kind of all that really matters, especially when it comes down to business in this world. You're actually able to get it done. Who cares how you got the process of getting it figured out to be able to dial it in to figure out what the answer is? Who really cares? As long as you're actually able to get it done. If you're able to get it done, I mean, that's the most beautiful thing that you could possibly be and have on this planet. And with that, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for the understanding of knowing that sometimes in math class, I get it. Why do I need to show all the steps to do what I do if I know the answer? But I get it in school and childhood that we're trying to teach us to learn how to get to that process. But when we become an adult and starting to do some stuff on this planet, I'm so thankful to know that I don't need to show you the steps of how I got there. I just need to show you that I got there. And the faster that I can get there, and the more efficient that I can get there, and the more consistent I can keep you to continue to stay there, the better off I'm going to be in the future of having and doing what it is that I'm doing. That I don't need to show you how to get there. I just need to show you the end result and show you how to get it done. And I think that's a beautiful thing that I think a lot of us really don't pay close attention to when we put ourselves out there to try to help people or try to do anything for ourselves to be able to help people. That we're constantly trying to like show them along the way how we did this and how we got this and what was this. They don't care. None of that matters. Just show them the what it is that they're looking for. If they have a problem, if their sink is running and it's not stopping, you don't need to explain to them, this is the tool I use. This is the knowledge that I figured it out. This is how I'm going to be able to figure it. This is how I'm going to do it. No, all you got to do is go in there, fix it, complete. Let me get a check, lady. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter to show them, to educate anybody how to get there. It just shows them how to do it and get it done. I'm just so thankful to know that today, as opposed to any other time in my life, because there was a time in the day that I used to do the dancing game with trying to talk to people and convince them of how I know some stuff, because I was able to get myself to explain to you what it is that's going on. As opposed to me just saying to you, I know it's wrong. Let me just fix it. Here to fix it, and I got it done. And now it's done. Now look at it. Now it's awesome. Now we can move forward. Now let's move on with our lives and not feel like we just wasted 10 years of our lives trying to figure something out that we didn't really care about. We just wanted to fix. And that's a very interesting story of a guy that's talking about buying a drill. He says, I don't want a drill. I don't want a drill bit. I don't want anything. I just want a hole in the wall. And it's something that we really need to focus on what it is that we're doing out here and stop thinking that just because what it is that you like, what it is that you do, that everyone else needs to do that, needs to be that way. That is a very, very toxic way of living that is going to lead us into socialism, communism, and all the rest of that stuff that we really should try our best to stay away from that, because what we have right now is amazing, even though some people think that we don't, because some people feel like some don't have and some have. But that's the beauty of the system. And regardless of where we're in, socialist, communist, whatever, there's still going to be a separation of some that have and some that don't have. That's just the nature of what it is that we're always going to be a part of. And I'm thankful enough to be able to have a good understanding of knowing all these terms and all these concepts and all these organizations and all these regimes to be able to pick and choose and decide where it is that I want to continue to be and where it is I want to continue to live the remainder of my life. Because knowing that there are other countries out there that have different systems and different setups, that here, maybe some stuff isn't the perfect, it isn't just the best, but you don't hear anyone talking about trying to go anywhere else other than the United States of America. We come here for a reason, because it's absolutely amazing. And what it is to be able to bring to us and what it is be able to provide to us is absolutely amazing. And let's keep it that way. And let's stop trying to make everyone drink a coffee all black because you like it that way. Someone likes this and that and put this and put that in it. Someone likes to put some alcohol in it. They think that that's the best thing for it. And you got to let them do what they do. Stop trying to demand that everyone does what you do. And know that there are different methods to be able to get the same result in the end. It doesn't matter which steps you took, as long as you get to that same result in the end. And y'all have a great day and a great week and a great night all at the same time. And continue to keep working on making sure that you're not trying to push your values so harshly on other people, when you just need to stick in your lane and do what you need to do, and not try to force everybody to do what you do, because it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Thank you.